Hey everyone, what's up? This is Disney65 on here, and today I am going to do a review of a film that is one of my favorite films of all time. I didn't even realize I didn't even review this movie. So, without further ado, I'm going to review Enchanted. Now, there is going to be some spoilers, so you have been warned. Here we go. Let's dive in. So, Enchanted came out 12 years ago. It's got Amy Adams, James Marsden, Patrick Dempsey, Timothy Spall, Susan Sarandon, and Idina Menzel, and it tells the story about this young maiden living in Andalusia called Giselle, voiced by and sung by and played by Amy Adams, who dreams of true love's kiss and a handsome prince to sweep her off her feet. But of course, she falls in love with a prince, played by and sung by and voiced by James Marsden. The two of them fall in love, and of course, his evil stepmother, Queen Arista, voiced by and played by Susan Sarandon, who looks unrecognizable in this movie, doesn't want Giselle to become the next ruler, so she disguises herself as this old hag. On the eve of Giselle's wedding day, she throws Giselle into a magical fountain, wishing well, and she, of course, Giselle ends up in New York City as a real life person, and as she comes out of a manhole. So of course she's struggling to find a way home back to Indonesia. But of course she meets up with this cynical, no-nonsense divorce lawyer played by Patrick Dempsey, Robert Phillip, and his 6-year-old daughter, Morgan, played by Rachel Covey. Of course he doesn't believe, like I said, he doesn't believe in romance at all because his wife apparently left him 5 years ago. It never says it, but to me when he says the line, "Oh, she left," is obviously that she just walked off on him, and that's why he doesn't believe in romance at all. But of course he is engaged to a fashion designer played by Idina Menzel, Nancy Tremaine. That's a little nod to Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. And of course, problems arise when Giselle falls in love with Robert, so she has to choose which man she wants to be with. Is it Robert, the cynical, no-nonsense divorce lawyer, or the dim-witted Prince Edward, who, of course, is just plain stupid? So, what do I think about this movie? Before I go into any other details, I love this movie. I really do. It's really cliched. I mean, there's a movie that came out way back in 2001 called Kate and Leopold. I did a review of this movie before, but not in flesh. It was exactly the same as this, only Kate and Leopold is in a musical, whereas Enchanted is. The animation in this movie is really, really gorgeous. I mean, it's 2D animation, and it was a throwback to the good old days of Disney. The actors are very good as well. Amy Adams, oh my god, I had a girl crush on her when this movie came out. Apologies to the dogs, but I had a huge girl crush on her. She was just really, really good in this movie. She was very quirky, very innocent, very childlike, very animated with the big blue eyes, like this going, oh! Patrick Dempsey, surprise, surprise, for his first family movie. Oh, second, because he's in Brother Bear too. He was good too in this movie. He kind of plays this kind of cynical guy who's like really pessimistic, going, "Oh, love doesn't exist," and Giselle, of course, tries to convince him that love does exist, and he's like, "Oh, you can't marry some man you just met in one day. It's ridiculous." And and of course, the real showstopper, I have to admit, is James Marsden's Prince Edward. That guy is hilarious. He plays kind of like Gaston character, like he's so full of himself and he's so into love, and he's got this kind of operatic singing voice, and he rides along his horse, and he's got like a henchman called Nathaniel, played by Timothy Spall, who kind of like does master disguises in the real world. He kind of becomes like this Italian waiter as he's trying to poison Giselle with this apple martini. He becomes this kind of what the guys has become? He becomes a sort of like guru as well, and he's very. Oh yeah, and he plays the guy over the popcorn machine as well. The girl who plays Rachel, Rachel Covey, she was adorable in this movie. There's also cameos in this movie as well, since it's a Disney spoof, because basically Enchanted, as you do not know, is a spoof of the likes of Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, and Cinderella. It even does like takes the Mickey out of Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella as well. So Cinderella already, and yeah, there's actually three cameos from past Disney princesses in this movie. You've got Paige O'Hara, who plays a soap opera actress. You got Judy Curran, who's the singing voice of Pocahontas, and of course in her live action debut, we've got Jodie Benson as Sam, the secretary that works in Patrick Dempsey's office. She was hysterical in this movie. I was like, oh my god, it's Ariel from Little Mermaid. And like, because I never saw Jodie Benson before in the flesh, and when I saw her in this movie, I was like, oh, it's Ariel from Little Mermaid. They also throw in like music from Beauty and the Beast, Tales Old as Time instrumental, and Part of Your World is played in the divorce place. Okay, if I have to pick something negative, oh yeah, before I talk about the negative, the music in this movie is very good. They're all very memorable. Like Happy Working Songs, basically that song "Whistle While You Work" from Snow White. True Love's Kiss is kind of a mimic of Once Upon a Dream from Sleeping Beauty. That's how you know, it kind of reminds me of Under the Sea from Little Mermaid. That kind of beat to it, but it's really good. So Close. I didn't even know what that song's supposed to represent, as Beauty and the Beast or something, but that song is really, really good. It's very heartwarming. But yeah, my favourite song on the whole film, I have to admit, is That's How You Know. I love that song. I remember when I was like a teenager, that song was on repeat after repeat on YouTube, and I just could not stop listening to it. Yeah, the costumes are very good as well. The transition from animation to live action is very good. And yeah. And oh yeah, and Pip the Chipmunk is absolutely hilarious. He's voiced by Jeff Bennett in the cartoon world, and he's voiced by Kevin Lima, who directed Tarzan and 102 Dalmatians. He also directed this movie as well. He plays Pip in the live action world. Okay, now for the negatives. Okay, there's a few problems. The first problem I have is the amount of mistakes I spotted. I mean, usually when you're watching movies, you don't spot the mistake like straight away, but in some movies you do. This is one of them. Like for example, you see this guy that walks by when Patrick Dempsey's character tells Giselle to go off. You see him twice. Then there's another mistake where you see like the boom mic when Patrick Dempsey's character's talking to his like, daughter. I was like, that's a boom mic. What the? And then, oh god, what else? Oh yeah, the whole sleeve, spoiler alert, the whole sleeve of course goes off Robert's ballroom suit, like his jacket, it literally just comes off and you only see like a little tear on his sleeve, and I was like, where did it go? Yeah. Also, Susan Sarandon. Now, okay, don't get me wrong, I really like Susan Sarandon as an actress. Like, I do like her. I've seen her in Stepmom, she was very good in that movie. I saw Shall We Dance, she was really good. But by God, when she's a villain, she's like so sarcastic. She goes, oh. Like, there's one scene it's one scene like in the climax of the movie when Giselle, of course, finds out that Robert is a true love because she made a statue of him back in the cartoon world. I knew that straight away, that she was going to end up being with him at the end. There's a scene where, of course, Susan Sarandon's character is this dragon, turns into a dragon like Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty, and she goes on and on, like going, oh, look at this forest rodent. Oh, you're down in stress now, ha, handsome. Keep up, me dear. It's time to take this level to new heights. And she goes, and how about all this? And we all live happily ever after. Well, at least I did. Ha 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 ha. I was like, just going, shut up. We get it. We get it. You're being a sarcastic prick. God forgive me for saying it. And, yeah. What else? Yeah, also, Idina Menzel. Okay, I do like Idina Menzel, but of course, a guy that done this review as well, about 8 months ago, his name's Caleb, he mentioned that she was such a bitch in this movie. Now, sorry for the language, but yeah, I kind of agree with him on that, because she kind of plays this kind of sarcastic kind of career woman, and of course when she sees Patrick Dempsey's character fall in love with Giselle, aka Amy Adams, she gets kind of browned off. Now I would too if I had a boyfriend and he went off with some other woman and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I mean, she's not a character to go, oh, you go now. It's just like, hey hey girlfriend. And I was like, yeah. And what else? Oh god, any other thing. Yeah. This movie also is very, very predictable. I mean, like I said, mentioned, I knew straight away when Giselle was singing that song, that True Love's Kiss, in the animated world, and she builds this statue, looks exactly like Robert Phillip, aka Patrick Dempsey. I knew straight away, I was like, and then like it cuts to Prince Edward, I was like, yeah. I knew straight away, I was like, that's not what Prince Edward looks like, it's gotta be Patrick Dempsey, and you know what, I was right, it was Patrick Dempsey all along, that the kiss worked on, when he kissed her, when she ate the poison apple, after the ballroom scene, he of course was the only one that kissed her. It was his kiss worked. Sorry, and yeah. What else do I have to say about Enchanted? Yeah, overall though, despite the flaws, I still love this movie to this day. I have it in DVD. I have it in video. I watch it a lot. But yeah, if you like Kate and Leopold, which you mentioned before, only it's in reverse, instead of like the guy being the fish out of water character, it's the girl, it's the fish out of water character. But yeah, I do see a lot of similarities between those two movies the more times I watch it. What else? But yeah, that's it. If I have, okay, I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. I really love this movie. I give it 9 out of 10, despite the fact it has flaws. But you know what? A lot of films have flaws in them. So yeah, that's my review of Enchanted. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you seen the film? What you think of it? And till next time, take care.